Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol BPMX. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. Real quick, what do I mean by 30-minute in case maybe you're new to charts? Instead of each one of these candlesticks here representing 1 day's worth of price action, which is what you would normally see, each one represents 30 minutes. So while this here may look like several days worth of time, it's actually today's price action broken down into 30-minute time slices. I like to do this time frame. I think there's a good job of telling the quote-unquote story of the price, and then makes mapping out levels of support and resistance a bit easier to see. I've been doing this analysis on a pretty routine basis, did it yesterday, so that is where these green and red line annotations are coming from. But after today's price movement, definitely some updates here need to be done. First thing I'm going to do is just a little house cleaning. Go ahead and get rid of that line up there. Sure, it still pertains, it's just not relevant right now, and from a presentation standpoint, I don't want to risk causing confusion because there's clutter and lines all over the place. So let's just try to keep this as clean as possible. The first update, though, that does need to be made comes from a foundational rule in charting, which states when levels of support are broken and closed below, they do tend to act as resistance. So for those of you that have watched the past videos, then you should remember that I've been talking about 28 cents over the past couple of days as that level of support. And it was doing a great job, but now today the price has broken down below it. And you can see this rule pretty much played out perfectly. Sure, the price never exactly hit 28 cents, but I think we can all agree several times throughout the course of the day, the price got right up around that 28 cent mark and just couldn't quite push above it. I am not saying that it's impossible to, ever break up above 28 cents again. I'm just saying that it makes sense why the price, after falling down below it, couldn't quite push above it, because that's just, that typical rule of supports tend to act as resistance. On the other side of things, as far as supports, nice sign that this 26 cent level did indeed act as support. Again, I've talked about this in past videos, but you can see during that first 30 minutes, the bears try to press down through there, but that didn't really last that long. And then from that point, the bulls kind of generated a little miniature bounce for themselves right there. But 26 cents, definitely very, very important going into next week, just for the simple reason of, if the price, I'm not saying this will happen, but if the price were to drop below there or were set separate to the downside, at that point in time, that would literally be putting the price right back inside of this range where it already was. And not to insult your intelligence, but price movements with genuine bullishness, with true power, are not going to be going back to where they were, right? They're going to be showing some signs of progress. And in this situation, I'm defining and quantifying signs of progress as holding up above the 26 cent mark. So that's definitely a very important level of support next week. But like I said, good sign there that the bulls were able to hold it. So if the price does drop back below that or down to that area, you definitely want to see this same history repeat itself. So we'll see what happens with it next week, but still quite a few eyeballs on it. One of the biggest questions that I get is, hey Clay, how do you find the stocks that you trade? So what I've done is put together a free resource guide where I talk about the tools that I use to locate stocks that I find interesting and think may have potential. So if that sounds like something that could add value to you as a trader, then click on the image that is up on the screen right now and I will email you the guide. The guide itself is very short and to the point, and best part, it's completely free. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you have any questions.